Do not attempt to adjust your device screen. We are in control of the broadcast. We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. The time has come. Please stand by for a live transmission from Halloween Daily News. Yes, it is that time. Once again, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. It is Monday night, and it is time to see who else is alive and out there with us tonight. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Welcome to it. If you're new here, my name is Matt. We are Halloween Daily News, and this little party that you just found yourself in the middle of is what we like to call Michael Myers Monday Live, our hangout, gathering, celebration of all things great about Michael Myers, the Shape, the Halloween franchise, and then sometimes we even get into some other stuff too, but it's mostly all about Michael's on Monday. Speaking of which, I just see Michael Myers just checked in, lurking silently, of course, in the live chat. Gotta love that. Celebrity guest in the live chat tonight, right off to kick it off. Gotta love seeing the Shape in there. Oh, Ben Tramer in the house too. I dig it. So anyway, if you're new here, welcome. I hope you'll hang out, and if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. Just as a reminder, live chat is open. Super chats are wide open. Memberships are open. We invite you to join. I see a couple members like Fall Guy have checked in. It's just $5 a month, and you too can be part of the HDN Club exclusive right here and get early access to a bunch of our interviews and other pre-recorded content and some other cool perks you can learn about. So all that is open right now, so it's good to see you guys. And what's up, Fall Guy, one of our illustrious channel members. As I said, Michael Myers and Ben Tramer already lurking. Teen Wolf checking in, lighting it up. I love to see it. David Suber's firing it up as well. Jenny's in the house. Tim Leo, Phil, what's up, everybody? Good to see y'all. Sam has checked in as well. Great. I love to see it. Good to see you, Sam. Appreciate you being here, man. Yep, Megan checked in earlier. Excellent. All right. We got a pretty good crew filtering in here tonight. And again, if you're new, welcome, and hope you'll hang out and be part of the conversation. We got a few news bites to look at this evening. Nothing big and nothing too earth-shattering by any means. You know, it is the final Monday of February 2025. On the eve, so to speak, of another Michael Myers March. That's right, we are marching toward another Michael Myers March. And you know what that means? Well, it means what every Monday around here means, that we're celebrating Michael Myers in a big way. But yeah, hopefully we're going to have some more live guests on here in the coming weeks, and that's definitely part of the plan and part of what we're working on. I can't say we're going to have live guests every single Monday in March like we did last year. It might happen, but anyway, we are gonna be announcing some live guests coming up very soon. And real quick, before we get into tonight's news bites and maybe a little bit of flashback and a little bit of poll results and you know what we do. Before we get into all that, I do want to remind you guys about our Triple M Crew exclusive discount deal ongoing at the Halloween Daily News shop. It's HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. You can find the link in the description. Just for you guys, it's 15% off. We're still running our winter special, Triple M 15. MMM15 is the code. Only people watching these broadcasts get that info. I guess if you guys go and post it and share it right now, well then other people can get it. But anyway, that's exclusive for you guys. As excuse me while I adjust my chair a little bit there. There we go. Awesome. I see Saturn has checked in. Byron's in the house as well. Excellent. Got a good crew coming in here for tonight's show. Like I said, it's not going to be a big, heavy news show. It was a big, heavy news day here at HDN. I don't know if you saw my earlier video report or saw our article or any of our social posts. Hopefully you saw some of that, something of the above mentioned. But a lot of big animatronics drops today from HalloweenCostumes.com. And we did a big report on that. And if you're into the animatronics, you definitely want to check that out. No Myers stuff in this drop, but if you saw that report, this is just the first wave of a whole lot more coming from them for 2025. So check that out when you get a chance if you haven't already. If you have, chime in and let me know what you think about those animatronics. And again, that's a big, that's in theme with what we're talking about tonight. A lot of merch that we haven't covered here on Michael Myers Monday that we're going to go over. Some new items and maybe some not so new, but again, new enough that we haven't had a chance to talk about them here during a live stream. Also got news about a new Halloween franchise related book from one of the legendary men behind the mask we're going to be talking about that I just got a heads up about. And we got a couple other things we're going to get into as well, including some upcoming special screenings of some of these films right there where they were filmed. So all that is on the way. Of course, shout outs, poll results, all that good stuff. And like I said, maybe a flashback or two video along the way. Now, Before we get into any of those, though, the first little news item, news bite, we're gonna have a snack on. Um, did you guys see? Did any of you happen to see the SAG Awards last night? Screen Actors Guild Awards. It happened last night, Sunday, February 23rd. It was on Netflix, and Jamie Lee Curtis was there. If you didn't know, she was nominated for her work in The Last Showgirl. And as you might imagine, they they showed our boy Michael a little bit of love there during the show. A little bit right off the top. In fact, I don't know if you guys saw this, but let's pull over this still right at the very top of the broadcast last night. Um, Kristen Bell was the host, and so she's doing her opening monologue, and she goes into a song, and it's about I want to be an actor, and the very first actor of all of them, she like they go into the audience and have photos and have verses about a lot of the actors in attendance there. The very first one that they go to in the entire song is Jamie Lee Curtis, and and the line that she's singing at the time, you can see there. It's "Can you scream a lot on Halloween?" And there's Jamie sitting down there in the audience, just smiling away, nodding her head, and of course on screen it's the closet scene from the original Halloween. Um, Pretty awesome to see right off the bat. And again, then the song would go on and mention tons of other big name actors that were there in attendance, and some of their earliest roles that were their big breakthroughs. Some seemingly unlikely early breakthroughs, albeit legendary and totally iconic. Um, Now, later on in the broadcast, they would also actually air a tribute to Scream Queens, and it was about a 2.5 minute video package of iconic Scream Queen moments and just screams throughout the decades. And of course, Jamie Lee and Laurie Strode were featured once again, as well as many of our other favorite Scream Queens. They actually had Jamie Lee Curtis and Nev Campbell and Jenna Ortega in interview segments cut into it, talking about the art of the scream. Is all pretty good and pretty entertaining. Check that out elsewhere on the internet if you haven't already. It's all good stuff. Like I said, the whole show is streaming on Netflix if you want to check it out. And that song that references Halloween is right in the beginning, so you can't miss it. Um, so Jamie didn't win her in her category, but it was cool to see Demi Moore win again. Yet another award, hopefully on the way to the Oscar for The Substance. Fall Guy says, nice to hear all the horror love. Yes, absolutely. Very cool to hear all the horror love. I totally agree. And that's just, I had to talk about it because it just happened last night, and it's a Michael Myers shout out on the show. But just in general, the horror love with, like I said, Demi Moore and The Substance getting all the love it's getting. Nosferatu being nominated for 4 Academy Awards, which I think is awesome. The newest Alien movie also nominated. And then I don't know if you guys saw our post about this. I shared a post about it Saturday night. Actually, it was Sunday yesterday I shared about it, but Saturday night, the night before the SAG Awards, there was another awards show. This one was streamed live on YouTube, actually, and this was the Independent Spirit Awards, the Film Independent Spirit Awards, and they do this every year, recognizing indie films. And again, it was some of the same people that were recognized last night were there as nominees and winners and so forth. But I say all that to say, if you didn't hear about it, when he was accepting his Best Director win for Anora, the director Sean Baker, he gave a really great speech about the importance of indie film, and in it he actually gave a shout out and acknowledged Damien Leone and the Terrifier franchise, and was more or less saying that you know none of us are ever gonna make our make a big profit in this indie world, unless studios and indie financiers take risks, unless you're Damien Leone and kind of strike gold like he did with the Terrifier franchise. And it was just a really big moment, and it's a cool moment because we love Damien and the Terrifier movies and all that, but to the point of all the horror love, I thought it was a cool moment just because on that level, like those conversations are happening about Terrifier, at the highest level in these award shows among the winners in genres that aren't even horror related, but they are talking about it. So you better believe that the studios are talking about it. And my prediction will hold true very soon this calendar year. You're going to see some big studio horror movie released into theaters completely unrated to try to, basically have a Terrifier type moment is what I think is coming. All right, back to the comments for just a second. Teen Wolf says the only thing I saw was Harrison Ford. Oh yeah. Harrison Ford was messing with somebody at the beginning, one of his co-stars from his show that I haven't seen yet. But so that was a pretty cool moment to see all that happen. Now, before we get too far into our merch, which we do have some pretty cool merch items to talk about, what we're going to do first is talk about some upcoming events. And we've covered these screenings that are part of this series previously in previous years and previous Michael Myers Monday updates here. And so if you're a regular viewer, and many of you are, then you will recall us talking about the On-Set Cinema series. And this is run by our friend Kenny, who owns and lives in the Myers House, North Carolina, which I've talked about many times here on the show. If just to refresh your memory, it is an actual life-size replica of the Myers House in Pasadena, built in Hillsborough, North Carolina, and it's not 100% to spec on the inside, but it is, for all intents and purposes, the Myers House. And from the outside, and especially from the front sides, it's identical. Needless to say, he's a super fan. Needless to say, when we went out there many years ago, prior to the launch of HDN even, and became friends with Kenny over the years. And so in recent years, he's been doing these on-set cinema screenings where they screen legendary horror films at certain locations where certain scenes in the films were shot. And of course, he's done many from the Halloween franchise that we've talked about often here. And there are some that have just been announced that are scheduled for 2025 that I want to bring your attention to because, quite honestly, they're probably going to sell out pretty quick. And it's pretty notable. We were lucky enough to go on the Horror's Hallowed Grounds filming locations tour when we were out in California for H40 and again in H45, Sean Clark's tour. He was gracious enough to let us tag along and document the whole thing. But we've never been to Utah, where they filmed, of course, Halloween 4, 5, and 6. And that's where these screenings are happening. And this year, it's all 3 films. The Thorn trilogy, the Jamie Lloyd trilogy, if you will. And it's happening in August. You can see right here, this is at MyersHouseNC.com. On Friday, August 8th, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, is going to be screened at the actual Myers house from the film. You remember it didn't look very much like the original Myers house, but it is still the Myers house in the film. And then the very next night, that Saturday, August 9th, in Salt Lake City, Utah, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, 30th anniversary event with special guest Devin Gardner, who of course played young Danny Strode in the film. It's going to be screened at the Myers house, also the Strode house, as it appeared in that film, Part 6. But that's not all, because if you're going to be in Utah and Salt Lake City for 5 and 6, then you got to stay over for Sunday, August 10th, to complete the trilogy, albeit a little bit out of order, but that's the way these things have to go sometimes, with Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers in Midvale, Utah, at the building that was formerly Vincent Drugstore. So, how rad is this? All 3 films in the trilogy, all in Utah, 2 in Salt Lake City, 1 in Midvale, all the same weekend. If you are a Thorne trilogy, Jamie Lloyd trilogy, I don't know your preferred terminology for this trilogy, but this is a pretty awesome event to be happening. And tickets are available right now at MyersHouseNC.com. But that's, of course, far from the only on-set screening. Kenny does these all over the country, really, all franchises. But there is another notable, very cool Halloween franchise on-set cinema screening event coming up in April, actually. On Friday, April 11th, you can see Halloween Kills with special guest and our friend Tom Jones Jr., who, of course, played Dr. Loomis in that film, and he also built the sets, including the recreated Myers house, speaking of, for that film. He's going to be there, and they're going to be screening it at Cape Fear Community College, which doubled in the film as Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, the actual building where the hospital's exterior films scenes were filmed. And this is pretty awesome. This is the first time that the film that Kills has been screened at this location. They did do a screening last year, and I even believe maybe the year before at the bar. It's Mick's bar in the film. It's called the Rusty Nail in real life. But this one is at Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, as recreated in Halloween Kills. And of course, that is in Wilmington, North Carolina, a little closer to home here in our neck of the woods here in old NC. So there you go. Those events are always a good time. From everything I've seen and heard, and Kenny and his crew, they do it upright. So if you're going to be in the area or can get in the area, awesome events. Like I said, I will put the link down below, so you can find it. But it's MyersHouseNC.com if you want to learn more. Now, at this point, I thought it's before we go into our merch reports, I thought it'd only be fitting to do a little flashback video since we're talking about Wilmington, North Carolina, and Halloween Kills filming locations, and so I figured maybe it'd be fitting to do a little flashback to when we actually visited Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, aka the community college there in Wilmington. So, and a few other locations from Kills, including the Rusty Nail Bar and a couple others. And I know you guys, again, regular, longtime viewers have definitely seen this footage, but maybe you haven't seen it in a while. I probably showed it last year when we were talking about the HK screenings, on-set screenings. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did. But in any case, it's worth revisiting because it was a fun time. It's a fun video, and yeah, you can see us do our best filming locations report. We don't do a lot of that because honestly, we don't get a chance to. We're not lucky enough to get to so many filming locations, but we did on our way back up from Florida back in wow, I guess it was 2022. Yeah, because they were filming Halloween Ends at that time. They were just starting to film Halloween Ends as we were coming back through Savannah. And we were the first ones to get photos of Lori's house. As soon as it was painted red, you might recall that. Yeah, we broke that story. First time you ever saw Lori's house is red. That was my photo. Anyway, that's not in this video. That's another video you can find elsewhere here. But this one has got some of the cool key locations from Halloween Kills. So check it out. I'm going to be hanging out right here, still lurking in the live chat while this is playing. And then when we come back, we're going to dig into a few of these new merch items, new Michael Myers 2025 merch. So right now, enjoy HK filming locations. All right, so here we are in Wilmington, North Carolina at Wallace Park. Site of some of the scenes in Halloween Kills. Right there you can see the swing set featured in the film where our friends Salem and Giselle were there swinging, and Kyle Richards as Lindsay Wallace comes up. Says, "What are you doing here?" And they say there's a strange man in a white mask trying to play hide and seek with him. Then they spot Michael standing somewhere over here by Lindsay's SUV. And it's somewhere around here where Lindsay hides behind a tree after attacking Michael with her bag of rocks. And he's stalking her. Here's the little river. There is the bridge that we watched the shape cross over. Into the night. And right down around here is where they find Lindsay later on that night. And she's looking a bit disheveled, having hid out down here by the water. And there's that bridge that James Jude Courtney as the shape walks across. All right, there is the swing set where Salem as Giselle, as Christy and Mindy are swinging after going trick-or-treating at the Myers house. That's where Lindsay finds them, tells them to get the hell out of here. They go running off. She fills up one of their trick-or-treat bags with some rocks and attacks Michael. Now later on in the film, when Carmela and Michael as Marcus and Vanessa, when their bodies are found, it's on that spinning ride, which was brought in by the production and placed somewhere around here, I believe. But as you can see, it is not here now. It's not anywhere over there in that part of the park. But there you go. There's the swing set just beyond it, the bridge. Here at the beautiful and very fittingly named Wallace Park in beautiful Wilmington, North Carolina. Creepy man in a white mask keeps wanting to play hide and seek with us. All right, here we are now at Cape Fear Community College, Wilmington campus. You may recognize it as Haddonfield Memorial Hospital in Halloween Kills. They had the name of the hospital, a sign with the name of the hospital right there in the film. And that ramp right there is where they wheeled Laurie Strode in on a stretcher. In 2019, this was transformed into Haddonfield Memorial Hospital for the filming of Halloween Kills. Here it is, January 2022. Cape Fear Community College, aka Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. It was from way up there that Mr. Tivoli leapt to his demise. There's another angle. As you can see, a lot of construction work happening here at the moment. So it looks a little different, but this is that parking lot where the mob gathered, chanting "Evil Dies Tonight." This is the other side of the community college building. But according to Sean Clark's Horror's Hallowed Grounds episode on Halloween Kills, apparently they filmed Mr. Tivoli's leap out the window over here. Way up there. And here we find ourselves at the Rusty Nail. This is the establishment in Wilmington, North Carolina that doubled as Mick's Bar in Halloween Kills. It's where our legacy characters from the 1978 original Halloween gather. It's also where they meet our new characters, Vanessa and Marcus. And right around that side there is where Tommy thinks he's going to confront Michael Myers. It ends up being poor Mr. Tivoli, who speeds away in Vanessa's car. And he speeds right over to this empty building right here, where he crashes the car somewhere around there. this is it. The Rusty Nail, aka Mick's Bar in Halloween Kills, where we first catch up with Marion, Tommy, Lindsay, and Lonnie, as well as Vanessa and Marcus. Yet another angle. Again, that's where Mr. Tivoli sped off from, crossed over this median, and crashed right over there before making his escape to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. And here's the view we get as Tommy and the gang are coming out of the bar when they believe that the Shape is out here in Vanessa's vehicle. They come out, they come walking this way. Tommy with his bat in hand. And this is where they're going. Wake up, Michael. Here is the parking lot where they find not Michael, but poor Mr. Tivoli. It's getting dark. We're gonna hop inside. Alright, don't know if you can hear me, but this is the stage where karaoke was taking place inside a Mick's Bar in Halloween Kills. It's the stage that Tommy took to the mic to tell the legend of Michael Myers. And right over here, you see it was right around here that Vanessa and Marcus are seated, having their conversation about Dr. Mathis being a creep. Right behind them is where our legacy characters gather. Right there at this right there. You can see there's their view of the stage. And this is it. This is the bar where they sat. The place is actually bigger than I imagined after watching the film. This is the view from the stage. Okay, right now we are outside of EUE Screen Gems Studios here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Right in there at stage number 10, that's their biggest stage. That is where they recreated the Myers house, of course, for Halloween Kills. It's also where they recreated Stu's house in the new Scream. So many great landmark films shot inside those studio stages over the past 30 plus years. The Crow, many others. Too many to name here. They do offer studio tours sometimes. I don't believe they are offering those today, and we don't really have time, as it turns out today. Next time we'll take the tour inside. Here's another look. The front gates. Studio entrance right here. Historic Screen Gem Studios, Wilmington, North Carolina. Let's go to the other side, see if we can get a better look at stage number 10. All right, there is stage number 10. That is the largest one here at Screen Gem Studios. That is the spot where they recreated the Myers house in Halloween Kills. It's also where they recreated Stu's house in the new Scream 2022. Stage number 10, all the way there in the back. This is about as close as we're going to get today. Interestingly, though, as you can see right next to it over here, check this out. I just walked over here by the side of the studio to find this guy. I don't know what his deal is and what production he is from, but pretty cool. There he is. One more time, there is stage number 10, Screen Gem Studios, Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. Hey everybody, I want to remind you that we have official merch. That's right, now available in the HDN Spring Store. You can show your love for Halloween every day, all year round, with official Halloween Daily News t-shirts. Many different designs are available, many different styles, colors, all sizes, including the original HDN Classic, our special Triple M Crew design for the Michael Myers Monday regulars out there, and our brand new What Would John Carpenter Do design. All of these are available, like I said, multiple sizes, colors, and styles on t-shirts. And that's not all. We've got other merch available like mugs and stickers and lots of other cool stuff. Check it out now at the merch link in the description of this video. All right, we are back live. It is Monday, February 24th, 2025. You are tuned in to Michael Myers Monday Live. All right, that was a little trip down Haddonfield Lane, if you will, Lambkin Lane. Anyway, that was our visit to Wilmington, North Carolina a couple years ago, and some of the filming locations of Halloween Kills. Bill says, cool video. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, JT. Says it was pretty awesome. Jenny's asking, where did they do Laurie's house? I'm not sure exactly where in Wilmington it was. I just know that they did end up burning it down. It's not standing now anymore. I do have a piece of it, though. You guys might recall I was gifted a small piece of what we called Strode Wood. Here it is, in fact, when we were out in LA for H45. Our friend Richard kicked off the whole weekend by gifting us this piece of wood from Lori's house that was demolished. Oops, sorry. But yeah, I think that was in South Carolina as well, because that's where they filmed 2018, the Charleston, South Carolina, in fact. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, Byron. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do more videos like that. I just, again, we don't have the luxury to be able to get to a lot of those locations. But like I was saying, just that soundstage, so many cool movies, so many of my favorites were filmed there, and some other really cool stuff shot right there in Wilmington. So very cool. And if you can get out there, and of course, Tom Jones, one of you, I think one of you mentioned meeting Tom at age 45, and yeah, he's like really cool. I interviewed him last year, and he was just totally awesome. And again, lives here in North Carolina, and it's just been a part again of so many landmark, awesome movies. Who else? I saw. Oh yeah, Pat Ring is in the house. What's up, man? Another illustrious channel member. Thank you for joining us tonight. Excellent. All right, like I said, we do have some new, at least new to us, new to discuss here. Michael Myers merch to go over this evening. Now, one thing, it's not out yet by any means, but something we just all want to be keeping an eye on. It was brought to my attention that the legendary Mr. Dick Warlock, he had told me he was working on his autobiography, and it looks like his website, dickwarlock.com, has been updated, at least since the last time I was on there until a few days ago, and it's got some info here, that it's going to have a foreword written by Kurt Russell, which is pretty awesome, and Dick, of course, writing it with help from John Copeman and Kevin Dennis, it says. And the book is going to be titled Dick Warlock, The Shape of My Career. I think that's pretty cool. And it's subtitled Michael Myers, Snake Plissken, Robot Assassins, and Frozen Orange Juice. Needless to say, it sounds amazing. It's going to be a must-own. There's a QR code there that you can scan. Well, there you go. You can see there's a QR code there that you can scan to get on the list to learn more about when that is coming. And you can bet we are going to be all over that. So that's not something you can order or pre-order quite yet, but just another little news bite to chew on and something to look forward to down the pipeline. All right, let's move into some of these March items that have dropped or are available right now, including the long-awaited newest addition to Trick or Treat Studios 1/6 scale figure lineup. This is, of course, the Halloween 07 Michael Myers deluxe figure. And from what I am seeing online, people are receiving theirs and they look awesome. I've said many times, I love this look of Michael. And this is no exception. And Trick or Treat has really just been killing it with their deluxe figures, their collectibles figures. So he was up for pre-order forever, and we talked about him in the Trick or Treat Studios 2025 product catalog breakdown, and now he is available to order. shipping currently priced at $170, sculpted by Wayne Toth, who designed the mask for Rob Zombie for the films, and artist Alexander Ray. And you can see it comes with all the usual accessories, a couple different hands, the Myers tombstone, of course, his knife weapon, and stands about 13 inches tall. And then over here on Spirit Halloween, we're always checking for any new items from our friends at Spirit. And these items might have been available in stores and maybe from Spencer's, but there are a couple new items here that I've not seen until just recently, just in the last few days, in fact, and certainly not that we've talked about here on Michael Myers Monday. So one is this vintage knife wielding blanket. That's what they call it. It's $27, and it's the trick is to stay alive. That tagline, the title, and then that classic black and white shot photograph by Kim Gottlieb Walker, in fact, of Nick Castle. And let's see, it is 45 by 60 inches. And they say it's made with super soft fabric in a vintage inspired design. And exclusive from Spencer's, they say in the description here. So yeah, that's why we haven't seen it on from Spirit before, but has been available from Spencer's previously. In any case, it is available right now, $27, and we'll be sure to add the link in the description, so you can snatch it up right now. But that's not all. There's a couple more items from Spirit right here that we've never looked at, never talked about here, because they've not been readily available from Spirit. Like this high transparency sign, and I know they were at physical stores last year, but I don't recall seeing this available online until now. It's 12 by 12, and it's got the poster art, although it crops off part of the poster art, unfortunately. And it's priced at $22. And then a few other items we have talked about on here, like the Horror Baby and the Side Stepper. He's back in stock. And then there's this guy who was previously available again from Spencer's and at physical stores. And he's been on the website for a few weeks now, but we haven't talked about him yet during a Triple M live stream. This is that Michael Myers stand, they call it. He's $8, and he stands about 4.5 inches high. And again, it was previously a Spencer's exclusive, and he is officially licensed from Halloween 2. And if he might look familiar to you, well, that's because he's always, in fact, lurking back here. Ever since last year, in fact, when Spirit hooked us up with a nice surprise gift bag that included a lot of cool items, including this H2 shape. And ever since then, he's just been kind of lurking right back here with my Linda Fright Rags 3.5 inch figure there. I don't know, they're just randomly chilling there. moving on, let's look at what Culture Fly has available, including a new horror haul of Universal Horror for $20. Check this out. It's got all kinds of Universal Horror stuff. Culture Fly doing a ton of stuff with Universal, and that includes Halloween 2 and They Live and the Chucky franchise. But this is especially cool because not only does this pack here include that H2 Michael Myers minifigure that is available in the blind boxes, which I have still not found one. But it also includes that really cool Halloween 3 Season of the Witch scarf. That's right, a scarf. Perfect for these super cold days we're in the middle of right now. But you got to love the Season of the Witch love that we're getting from Universal now after all these years. They're licensing H2 out, a lot of Blood Tears, and so much H3 more than ever. And you guys know I love H3. Also, Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's kind of like all the best Universal stuff here. They got Hitchcock's The Birds. Really cool stuff. The mug is from the Slaughtered Lamb, of course, American Werewolf. So a lot of cool stuff in that pack from Culture Fly. But the Myers figurine and especially that Season of the Witch scarf. Also, now in stock and available from Culture Fly, these are out in stores in blind boxes. But you can avoid the blind box and order one for $18 directly from culturefly.com. This is one of the Universal Horror Melts collectible figures. This is, of course, the Michael Myers. And again, licensed from Halloween 2, as clearly indicated by the Blood Tears. I've remarked many times that I dig the Blood Tears on a lot of these collectibles because it does just instantaneously, immediately scream Halloween 2. And you can see they can be displayed upright like that or on the side like that. They're supposed to look like basically an ice cream treat that has had a bite taken out of it and has started to melt. That's what they're supposed to be. You can see on the box behind this one, in addition to Michael, there's the alien from They Live, more Chucky, Tiffany, and other assorted Universal horror icons. And we'll jump over to Loungefly and look at their latest bag collection and just other collectibles. They've got a wallet in here. But this latest version is the Jack-o'-lantern Glow mini backpack with Michael standing at the top of the stairs. There's, of course, the Michael Glow with holding his knife. That's a full size. This one all the way on the right, that one looks a little, I don't know, that knife, a little kind of oddly shaped to me. I don't know. That's a fat bladed knife. And then there, that second from the left, that is the Michael Myers Jack-o'-lantern Glow zip around wallet. And then, of course, the crossbody bag. I think that was released a while back, but we've not focused on any of these items. And all of these items currently, as we're doing this recording, this live stream, are in stock and available to order. And again, you might have seen earlier today my report on all of the new animatronics unveiled today from HalloweenCostumes.com. And there's a lot. But there's a lot more to come. And among those licensed ones, they've got a couple from the Conjuring franchise with a new Annabelle and the Nun, Valak, the demon from the Nun, as well as a new Chucky. Which at first glance, the new Chucky, it's not as impressive as that Chucky from Home Depot last year. That one is kind of my favorite Chucky animatronic I've seen thus far. But I say all that to say in that report, we also talked about an officially licensed 50-foot inflatable Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And this comes to us from the same people, the same mad scientists that brought us that unbelievable 25-foot Michael Myers inflatable just a few years ago, which is still, as of this recording, back in stock and available to order right now. There he is. But again, that begs the question, is Halloween costumes? Because today's drop was the first of 3 waves. And they're saying they have a ton more of animatronics and other products coming. Are they going to give us the 50-foot Michael Myers animatronic this year? Could you imagine? I mean, that 25-foot is amazing. We just got sent, as a Lowe's partner, we just got sent a 20-foot inflatable, not licensed character, but it's a Ghost Reaper. Check out my unboxing if you haven't already. It's actually kind of funny seeing us try to put it up for a few minutes, and that thing is massive. I mean, it towers above our house, like above our roof. It towers up there, and that's 20. So I can only imagine 5 more feet on that. But then, I mean, they're talking 50 feet. I mean, how many people do you need? I learned that, we're for our 20-footer, it's always going to take Sue and I, or Ozai, my son and I, and, a 2-person job, because it's just like, I guess I could have the ropes ready in advance enough, maybe if I had to. But is that going to happen? I don't know. I think it's very possible. I know Teen Wolf commented earlier that during our premiere of that video that she thinks it's going to happen for the 50th, if it's going to happen, which is a good point and makes a lot of sense. But then again, it's like with Frankenstein and with Jurassic Park, because they can do it. I think they're probably going to do it. They're not going to be able to wait 3 years. It's just amazing to me, how quickly, just in the last 5 years, really, we've gone from like the 12-foot skeleton to this whole army of 12-foot animatronics, and now bigger, and now the inflatables just sky's the limit. Really, kind of is where we're at. It's pretty unbelievable. But so there we go. That's some of the new and recently made available Michael Myers merch here in early 2025 on the final Monday of February 2025. Give me your thoughts on those. Jenny says they should do a Michael Myers Build-A-Bear. They should, if they haven't already. I don't remember ever hearing about one, but I don't know if Pat Ring is still in the house. If they ever released one, I'm sure he owns 2 of them. If anybody, so he would correct me, but I don't think they've ever done that. But they definitely should. Teen Wolf says the knife is a coin percentage. Okay, now I get why the knife looked a little odd right like that. It had to be a little more. Okay, well, now it makes more sense. Yeah, I was just, I didn't read the description of it Okay, so that definitely explains it. That makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, we're gonna do poll results from the last time we were here in a minute, but and I didn't launch a new poll, but what it should be and what I'll throw out there for you guys now is that question. What I mean, pretty much everything under the sun has been licensed to this franchise in some way from one of the movies. But that being said, not everything. There's still got to be some things, right? So what else is out there that hasn't been? Oh, Pat, what were we mentioning? We were asked. Oh, somebody was asking about a Build a Bear, a Michael Myers Build a Bear. Have they ever done that? Yes, City Kitty, what's up? Thank you for being here. Home Depot Chucky from last year was fire. It was a great addition to our decorating. Yeah, that Chucky from Home Depot last year. I mean, they've all looked pretty good. I mean, the Spirit one, even on like the Roomba thing. I mean, it's a Chucky, So I mean, even when they don't look great, if it's a Chucky animatronic, it's kind of cool because it's kind of like the '80s, um, animatronics. But yeah, that Home Depot, the facial, the way the face moved and everything. Of course, the phrases were great. Yeah, I don't know if that one will ever be beat. And really, same with their Frankenstein. At the end of the day, I mean, they just knocked it out the park with them. Can't wait to see what they're gonna do with that Universal license this year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if they're working that tight with Universal, and we know who all's there. I mean, they did Frankenstein, so I'm expecting another classic monster, but they also did Chucky. So are we going to get another more modern Universal property from Home Depot? I mean, could you imagine their spin on a Michael Myers? I would say historically, I would say no because Spirit Halloween's already doing their Halloween's or not Spirit Trick or Treat is already doing their Halloween '78 animatronic. But after recent years where we had multiple Halloween 2 animatronics released from multiple manufacturers, available from multiple retailers, all simultaneously, I don't know how all that works these days. I used to be able to say, well, no, that license is there. That's never going to happen. But who knows? I mean, who knows how it's going to work out? Um, but I do think they're going to do another classic one, and to match the Frankenstein, which would be great. And yeah, what are they going to do to match that Chucky? I don't know. And again, these are just we're Halloween Daily News, so a lot of times we talk about how the the licensed uh, releases kind of as the headliners because they do tend to be the more news making announcements, but you know not sleep on any of those originals, which are awesome as well. But anyway, we move on. Okay, Pat says not that I'm aware of, but give Universal a minute and they will slap Halloween 2 on it. You're right. Yeah, yeah. If they haven't already, it's coming this year. I'm sure. Um, and we'll all have to own it, at least one, if not two, right? Um, let's see. Yeah, Rob digs the bags as well. All right, so you guys chime in on what collectible or what haven't they slapped Michael Myers onto that they should. I mean, as long as they're licensing out to everything. I mean, what else is left that they should do? Yes, Fall Guy. Yes, Warlock's son was in Baywatch. Yep, and in Halloween 2, of course, as well. Rob, you got your Church Treat Studios figure today. Excellent. Right on time for Michael Myers Monday, right? That's great. Yeah, City Kitty added Frankenstein as well. Oh yeah, they were so awesome. Pat's surprised they haven't come out with some type of Halloween Myers booze. Yeah, yeah, that is surprising. That'll probably happen, right? I mean, that'll probably happen. It does seem that they are, at least with the original film. Now, Universal, of course, controls 2 and 3, and that's what we're seeing the most of. Which, again, I love seeing more 3 stuff out there for sure. But it does seem like the rights holders of 78 are being a little more precious with that one lately in recent years. Pat says his figure arrived today as well. Excellent. Traveling and the wife said a package arrived. Excellent, man. Cool. Now you got that to look forward to when you get home. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll look forward to your unboxing and or review or whatever coverage you do of it for sure, man. Yeah, I mean those figures look great. The ones I've seen in person and everything I've seen online, I think they're killing it with those figures. All right. Before we do shout outs tonight, um, let's jump over here and look at our poll results. Now, it's been a minute since we did our last poll. It was back our Halloween special, and we asked who was Haddonfield's happiest couple, and we got a lot of good comments and conversation going on that. But at the end of the day, one couple clearly reigned supreme, and they are the original Haddonfield Lovebirds, Linda and Bob from 78, who dominated with 74% of the votes. Coming in second with 13%, Allison and Corey from HNs. Um, Not bad considering all the couples, which there are a lot more happy couples in Haddonfield than we might have thought in the beginning after last time's conversation. In at third place is Vanessa and Marcus from Halloween Kills, our friends Carmela and Michael. And in at fourth place with 5%, Samantha and Spitz from Halloween 5. We got one write-in comment from Not Phil. See you first. Something. Voting for the Johns, which, yes, they were definitely one of the happiest in the history of Haddonfield. And yeah, they probably should have been up there as one of the options for sure, but they definitely qualify, and I would agree they are among the happiest. All right. We're gonna do a couple shout outs now. You guys know the drill. Every week on Mondays for over a decade, we have celebrated this franchise, celebrate Michael Myers Monday. It started with a hashtag Michael Myers Monday, and it's just grown into just an overall celebration. Some people find inspiration in it. People find whatever they need in it. Sometimes you're attacking Monday as if you're Michael, and sometimes you're hiding from it as if it's Michael. Either way, um, Michael Myers Monday is everywhere. So let's start this week. Let's start up in the sky, shall we? We're starting in the blue sky, and this was posted today by Connie Satterfield. Michael Myers Monday. That looks like somebody's original photo. I don't know if Connie took that or not, but it's a really cool image, if you ask me. Jumping over to Threads, because again, we're everywhere. This was posted today by Bud E. Ice. He says, finished up my Michael Myers drawing from Halloween 281, all done in pencil, pens, and markers. Looks great. And again, keeping the theme. You guys know how I like to try to keep the theming going as much as possible during these things. And speaking of keeping the theme going, this one is a thread from Threads from This Horror to Death. Rainy, chilly day equals perfect Michael Myers Monday. And there's that bag, which now I understand. I get it. Now I can even see it more clear now that I know what I'm looking at. That it detaches. The blade actually detaches as its own purse. That's pretty cool. All right, another one from Threads. Spooky Gage says, good morning and happy 8th Michael and Monday of 2025. And what better way to celebrate Michael Myers Monday than with a picture at the Myers house in, I think she meant Laurie Strode house. And again, keeping the theming going of filming locations. There's some notable ones. Some of us have been lucky enough to visit when we were out there at that epic event. All right, let's jump over now. This is TikTok. This one is from I Wish I Had You All Alone 2023, showing off her short Temu haul. Again, keeping the theming going of Fresh Myers merch. One more from TikTok, and this was posted today by our buddy Great Dig. Of course, Dig Ferrick from Halloween 07. And there he is. So, rocking a familiar clown mask. And last one for this week comes from Instagram and the legendary, the Oscar and Emmy winning, the illustrious Michael Myers Monday live special guest, Christopher Nelson. He posted today, Michael Myers Monday, with me and Nick Castle 2018. And there he is, fitting the legend, Nick Castle, mounting him with the 2018 mask. And that's not even all, because Chris also posted an additional in his story. I'm going to try to pull it up here. Oh, yeah. He posted this in his stories, hashtagged with Michael Myers Monday as well, too. And look at that. That is like it's some masks, obviously, but in the foreground there, that is like some gnarled up arm parts, bones, I think. I don't know. That is some decayed ends work there, I do believe. All right. So again, every week, the best way, if you too want to be featured here on Triple M Live, well, then you're going to want to tag us on your preferred social medium of choice. Like I said, I didn't launch a new poll for this week. Honestly, just didn't have time. But what we're going to be doing on some future episodes. Um, hey, what's up, Daniel? Thank you for being here. What we're going to be doing on some future episodes, we've got a few things that I'm planning. In addition to having some special guests, working on a couple kind of go-to themes and ideas and stuff we can do on weeks when maybe we don't even have that much news in the way of news bites. I know everybody is itching for updates on the franchise, on the TV series. Is it still happening? Is it going on? I am too. I'm working on it. Trust me. There is going to be stuff coming. Um, I wish I had more to report. I can tell you, I talked to somebody, in fact, that it works with Trenkus just over the weekend, in fact. And just, this person, they didn't have anything to give on the record or off. They're in the dark about things right now too. So, but that's not to say that we're not going to be getting some exciting news in the foreseeable future. But in the meantime, there's a lot of cool things I want to be doing here on Triple M's. In addition to our special guests, which we are going to be doing and having more of. I mentioned it last week in a post, but we're going to be doing some specials about Halloween references, some of our favorite references to Michael Myers in other mediums, be it other movies, TV show episodes, songs. Michael Myers has popped up places, award shows, talk shows, um, SNL appearances. Michael Myers has done it all and has shown up in all those places. So from time to time, there's going to be special weeks where it's like this week we're going to focus on Michael Myers, our favorite movie references to Michael Myers and stuff like that. Um, also, something else that we're going to be doing here that I think is going to be a lot of fun. Um, it's going to be sort of a somewhat of a game show format that I'm working on, a Michael Myers related game show type format where we'll bring on certain guests from time to time and just kind of have fun with it in addition to like the usual type Q&A type stuff, but a way that we could do it in kind of a fun Myers themed game show format some weeks. I don't want to spoil it all for you quite yet, but that's going to be coming soon as well. And of course, more of our exclusive interviews. I'm talking to somebody right now who, a couple people actually that are going to be coming on, in addition to a couple junkets that we're working on. So stay tuned for all of that. And of course, make sure your notifications are on and all that good stuff because you never know when there might just be some breaking news and we just got to bust in, like interrupting your regularly scheduled programming in your life on that given day to give you whatever the news may be. So you don't want to miss it. You don't. So make sure you turn on all those notifications and you're here for all that good stuff. Yes, Daniel is here. David Suber, Pat Ring, another illustrious channel member. Again, guys, it's just $5 a month to become a channel member. Every little bit does help support us here. There's also merch links down below. Like I said, the Triple M crew can get 15% off anything in stock in our online store right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. Use code MMM15. That's Triple M15. 15% off. And that's only if you're watching this because we're not advertising that special anywhere else right now. So that's a Triple M crew exclusive just for you guys. All right, lots of other exciting stuff is in the works. Some cool stuff that we're going to be doing here locally in our neck of the woods this October that I'm going to be telling you guys about and hopefully some of you guys will be able to come out and join us for some of that. So you're going to be hearing us talk about all that and lots more very soon right here on the channel. You're not going to miss any of it. All right. As if on cue, it is midnight. So I am going to shut down at this point and wish you all, once again, the happiest of Michaels, of Myers, of Mondays. You made it through another one. We all did. It was a few weeks since our last one, and that just surviving in this world, surviving a week, surviving a Monday. That's worth celebrating, right? So treat yourselves well and be cool. And thank you all so much, as always, for the loves, for the support, for just the hangout, for your time. It means so much. Lots of cool stuff coming your way. I promise you're not going to miss any of it. We appreciate you guys. Until then, I'm Matt Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you all for watching, for hanging out, for commenting, for conversing. You're the best. You guys rock. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Good night, Haddonfield.